Larry Hall confessed to murders he didn't commit to the police. So when people accused him of murders he did commit, the police thought nothing of it. He admitted to raping, torturing, and murdering 35 women across the US. It is still unknown exactly how many people he killed. Many believe that the number could be much higher. Man's twisted mind was so warped that he didn't know exactly how many girls he'd murdered or where he left their bodies.
All of the girls looked alike, Hall said. I cannot remember all of them. I picked up several girls in other areas, but I can't remember which ones I hurt.
Hall has since taken all of his confessions back, stating how his memories of the murders were simply dreams. He even confessed to murders that he didn't do. Some of his confessions related to cases that were already solved. This led police to think that Hall was a serial confessor who hadn't killed anyone.
In my dreams, I kill women? Or they're just dreams?
This was proven to be untrue, however, when Hall gave details of the murder of Jessica Roach that only the true killer would have known. Many now believe that Hall was confessing to murders he didn't commit in order to get away with the ones he had. The strange confessions of Hall first occurred after the disappearance of Trisha Rietler, a 19-year-old student at Indiana Wesleyan University who disappeared in the spring of 1993. She had been walking home from school when she vanished.
She bought a soda and a magazine and started walking back to campus. But then she disappeared.
The following weeks, numerous women called the police to report Hall following young women home in his van. He was questioned several times and his van was searched. Inside, they found a concerning item that some have called a rape kit, which included rope, duct tape, knives, rags, condoms, and a ski mask. There was also a missing persons poster for Trisha, the local student who had now been missing for a year.
Hang in there and know that we love you, and we're doing everything we can to find you.
The next day, Hall confessed to Trisha's murder, telling police that he knew where they could find the body. But this is where things got strange. After searching the area described by Hall, no sign of Trisha's body was found. He then changed his story, stating how he'd lied about committing the murder to get attention. Police had no evidence to charge Hall with and were therefore forced to release him.
We suspect that this man killed 14 women, but we only have one of the bodies.
A few months later, Hall was questioned again about Jessica Roach, a 15-year-old girl who was found dead in a cornfield in Illinois. Hall's van had been reported circling the area by witnesses. When police showed Hall a photo of the murdered girl, he flinched. Police were hoping they had found the killer. Hall's record of falsely admitting to murders made it hard to judge. Hall told police how he had dreams where he would kidnap, rape, and murder women. He described one dream where he forced himself upon Roach in the back of his van. He strangled her with a belt against a tree. Importantly, his dream included details of the killing that only the true killer could have known.
So then I quickly whipped the two belts around her neck and I squeezed and put the stick in and I just started twisting it like one of those.
The police then searched Hall's home and found a map with the location of Jessica's body marked on it, another rape kit, and tons of evidence linking Hall to the murder. He also described another similar dream in which he killed Trisha, but once again couldn't give police the location of her body. He described blacking out during the murder and didn't seem to know what he had dreamed and what was real. Police had enough evidence to charge Hall with kidnap resulting in the death of Jessica Roach. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. During his incarceration, Hall had confessed to 35 murders. These have included some that were proven to be done by him and others that were proven to be by someone else. He confessed to the 1992 murder of Ronell Einstein, a case that turned out to have nothing to do with Larry. Hall also confessed to the 1992 murder of Lori Deppes in 2011.
Hall sent police to 4 or 5 different spots where he says he could have dumped Lori Deppes' body. So far, in the last couple months, they checked out 2 with no result.
Just like Trisha Rietler's case, he was unable to recall exactly what had happened. So, did this killer really confess to crimes he didn't commit to get away with the ones he did? Or was he simply so mentally ill that he had no idea which murders he was involved in and which ones he wasn't? Despite confessing to a massive number of murders, only a few can be confidently attributed to Hall. If all his murder confessions are true, it would make him one of the most prolific serial killers in the history of the United States of America. Fortunately, Hall's twisted mind means we may never know the true extent of his crimes. Thanks for watching this episode of Crime 101. Be sure to subscribe for more.